Hey, Scott Grove here from ImagineGrove, and it's been a long time since I've built stairs. I used to do a lot of them back in the day, but a couple tricks I want to show you about for cutting stringers or laying stringers out. Just some things that make things a lot easier. For those, just basic, when you lay out stairs, you lay out a rise and a run. So there's a rise, which is your elevation, typically about 8 inches on a step, and a run. That can be anywhere from 8 to 12 inches. These are going to be steps for my new shop, and it's a long boy. So this is a 20-foot board, 18 treads. So I'm going a little wider. I'm going a 12-inch run or a tread. So with a framing square, you would lay out, your rise and your run. I'll show you how to do that in a bit. But after you lay it out, it's important if you're doing a 2 or even more 3 stringers that these all are exactly the same. And if I laid these out, just kind of running along, I can exponentially change. If you add an 1/8 inch or even a 1/16 on every time you lay a separate tread out, these 2 treads won't line up, right? Make sense? So if you're cutting these out, what I do is I lay out one tread, I simply put this tread on top of the other one, clamp it or screw it in place, and cut the top layer out. What that does is score the treads below. Saves me layout time and ensures me that the 2 treads are going to be exactly the same. And if I was cutting 3 treads, I'd do the same thing. I would then have my kerf that I could use as a score line, stack that on top of the 3rd tread, cut that out, and now you're ensured that every single tread is exactly the same. That's for if you're cutting the treads out and your treads are underneath all the steps. In this case, I'm just doing 2 side treads. I'll be putting cleats on either side and 2x4 cleats and laying the treads on top. So I don't need to cut these out. But I still want to make sure that these line up exactly. I wouldn't want to lay these out separately. So what I do, if I can find a pencil here, okay. I'll do this in marker, maybe you can see a little better. Is I laid out my first set of treads, and then I'm going to just use my square and mark this point down here. So now when I lay these out, I'll ensure that I can hit the inside corner of every single one, and I won't exponentially gain or they won't get off. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And if you wanted to double check, you could even put a mark up here for the peak. Very simple. So for laying out the treads, after you mark, I've marked my rise and run right on here. I've actually slid the whole thing in because I want, if my tread is here, I want a little side of the stringer to be above, so my foot can't slide off. If I'm walking down the stairs carrying something big, I want a little lip there so my foot can't slide off the side of the tread. And I'll show you what this looks like at the end. So they make these little clips you can buy that go on here and allow you to slide this up and down. You can use vice grips, clamps, but what I do is I simply just take a board, I will line this up here, and just simple spring clamps. Now I got a simple triangle that I can easily slide up and down. The rise and run angle is exactly the same, and I can quickly lay out my tread. So hope that helps. You can watch how I do this, and I'll show you the finished product in a bit. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and website, ImagineGrove. I really appreciate that. That helps me out a lot. And I hope you enjoy these little tips kind of all over the place today. I'm building a new addition on my shop, and it's kind of bringing about the old days, but my muscles really hurt. So see you next time. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. I really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel and my website, ImagineGrove.com. I also have a free newsletter there, which is based on design tips for craftspeople, so hope that works out for you. And again, remember to find a line and cross it. See you next time.